Hello warriors, I am Kelly and this is my channel Incredible Anyway, where I talk about how to live an incredible life no matter what the circumstances. And this video I'm going to be talking about why I call this channel Incredible Anyway. And it goes back to a vlog and I'm going to show you that footage and how the word Incredible Anyway came to be. So I'm going to watch it on my screen while you guys watch it there. Rawr, I am here. I'm doing it. I'm gonna take a breather here and take it in steps. Let's warrior on, people. We can do this. Yes. Say good morning, warriors. Good morning. Isn't this so fun? Just makes me want to dance. So I was thinking about what Warriortude means to me, and I looked everywhere and there's no definition for Warriortude, and I figured I'm gonna make a definition for Warriortude and what it means to me. Being determined to live an incredible life anyway. What I've been learning, and it's a huge learning curve, it's something that I don't think I'll ever stop learning, is that there are going to be circumstances in life that I have no control over, that are going to be horrible, and that are not going to get better. I always hope that they will, and I look forward to them getting better, but I've learned that sometimes they don't, and having really severe pain and symptoms on a daily basis is a very real thing. And I realized that I had a choice. I could either choose to fight and to have a really incredible life, or not. And I think we all have that choice, no matter what our challenge is. I'm gonna pause this here. Something that I think is really, really important for those of us who have chronic health issues is to acknowledge the reality of our situation. But we can't stay there. We can't live and become victims to what happened to us with our chronic health issues. There is joy as well. And I think that's where that choice comes in, is choosing to acknowledge both, to not be a victim, but to become a survivor. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that I can have an incredible life, even if I'm falling down, even if I'm in extreme pain, no matter what, anyway, not despite what's going on, not instead, anyway. I'm gonna pause it really quickly right here before I go on. You can hear that I'm emphasizing anyway. The reality of those of us, many of us who have chronic health issues, who are disabled by our chronic health issues, is that that is part of our life, and we can't push it aside and say, oh, despite that, because that's just ignoring the reality of our situation, that this is here, this suffering is here, it's real, and I'm going to have an incredible life. I'm going to have it anyway. It's going to be with those challenges, not in spite of them. With them. Healthy society, and what I was taught as a healthy young woman was that being sick is something to be terrified of. I'm not saying my parents instilled this in me, I'm just saying, just like growing up in healthy society, I learned that being ill and sick was something to be afraid of, and that if you were sick or ill, that your life stopped. I think this is such a good point, that I didn't grow up with disabilities, and I know some of you who watch this have, and maybe those of you with disabilities that you grew up with, you can comment on this and what your perspective is, and how healthy society looks at people with disabilities and kind of thinks that as a less than way to live, as an undesirable way to live. I was taught to fear being sick, rather than realizing that it is a part of life for so many people. Most of us at some point in our lives are someday going to be sick. If we are conditioned to be fearful of it, we will be fearful of our lives when we get those health issues. And I was completely fearful of my life. You know, at the beginning, I was just so upset, I was angry, I was resentful. And it took me a while to realize that while yes, I have lost some things, I had also gained a lot. There are things to be able to still enjoy and to be grateful for. And just because I lost some of the way that my body functioned in a healthy way doesn't mean that I lost tons of other things. I still have a lot of amazing things in my life. And a lot of times I think people look at me and they feel pity and they go, oh, you know, she's so disabled, she can't get out of her house, she can't drive, she can't do all these things. Her life is empty. I really do believe that people look at my life and think that it must be empty, and that's not the case. It's up to me to make it have value. Nobody else is gonna come around and turn your life around. It's gotta be you. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what your challenges are, it doesn't have to be chronic health challenges. You can't wait around for somebody else to make it better. It's only gonna be you that's gonna make your life incredible. So why not? Why not have an incredible life? You have the option, no matter what sort of hellish thing you're living through. And believe me, I have lived through hell. I really do have a challenging life. And even in that challenging life, I find meaning because I choose it. I'm not saying that the suffering goes away. It doesn't. It's there. It's real. I experience it. But I also give myself the option to experience joy. They don't cancel each other out. Suffering doesn't cancel out joy, and joy doesn't cancel out suffering. We have to remember that. I couldn't have children. I wanted to be a parent more than anything. That was the one job I wanted. More than anything was parent. I'm not a mom, and that's so hard for me. And I decided that I needed to grieve that, and though I still sometimes grieve that, I realized that I can have an incredible life even with these challenges. Grief is such an important process to go through when we have challenges, when we have chronic health issues, when we're disabled, because if you're familiar with the grief process, no matter how you get there, at the end, there's acceptance. And acceptance doesn't mean saying it's okay, I'm gonna surrender to the health issue, or I'm okay with the fact that I'm living like this. Acceptance is realizing that this is my reality and I need to take that in and then move forward and have the best life that I can with this reality. And I think that if we don't go through that grief process of dealing with whatever we've lost, in my case, not being able to work, in my dream job, not being able to be a parent, if I didn't grieve them, I don't know that I would be able to be present in this moment, because I would be still holding on to the past back there. But because I have let that go and I worked through the process to get to here, I'm able to be here. I'm able to love this. I'm able to love the good parts, to love what I can appreciate. I'm able to also feel the sadness of the suffering too. And I think that doesn't just speak to those of us who are chronic warriors. It speaks to no matter what challenge we're facing, because I have challenges that are not chronic challenges. Those things are hard too. I could let them completely overwhelm me and take me over and just lay in a ball and never ever get up again and give up. And I have wanted to give up so many times, but I only have one life. I get one shot at this. I really want an incredible life. That is, to me, the whole crux of this topic, is that I only get one life. There's no do-over. I don't get to be this age again. There's not gonna be me waiting until I feel better and then I will live. If I do that, then I'll never live. I'll never enjoy my life. To me, the only choice is to focus on living an incredible life anyway. I think that I have every reason, and probably you guys do too, have every reason to go and crawl in a hole and never come out. That's why being a warrior and having Warriortude is being determined to live an incredible life anyway. Saying, oh yeah, I've got these challenges, relationship, financial, chronic health issues, pain, mental health issues, disability, parenting issues, infertility. I could probably go on and on. But even with that pain that I'm experiencing, I can have an incredible life. Even with those challenges, even with those struggles, I can have an incredible life. And I think it means just redefining what it looks like, because I think as a healthy person, having an incredible life meant being healthy. And now it doesn't mean that for me anymore. It means that I'm gonna be in pain. I don't know why I did quotes. It means that I'm gonna be in pain. I'm gonna have these horrible symptoms, and I'm going to have an incredible life. What a great point, that when we don't grow up living with disability and chronic health issues, and it's something that happens when we're an adult, we have to adjust our perspective on what an incredible life is. An incredible life is no longer defined like we defined it when we were healthy. It's defining it in a different way taking the health part out of the equation, or at least taking it out to an extent anyway. I'm going to have financial troubles and marriage troubles and friend troubles and family troubles, and I'm gonna have an incredible life. And you can too, and that's why I wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know why I didn't sit down and talk with you all about it before and share what Warriortude means to me. If you guys have a take on this, I would love to hear what you all think. I do appreciate hearing what your opinions are and what you think. That's what I love about having community. That verse in the Bible that says, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And I feel like that's what we're here for, is to, you know, grow off of each other. Yes! Please tell me in the comment section what you're thinking, what you're taking away from this. Maybe you have your own spin on this, your own input, or maybe you have something to share that I can learn from too. Like I said, I love having community here, because I'm not doing this because I'm some guru and I got it all to tell y'all about it. No. No, I'm learning, I'm growing, just like you guys are. And I may have certain things a little bit more figured out than other things, but there are other things I just don't got figured out at all. And I need help. Help, people. So anyway, I love to hear what you have to say. Keep holding on to hope, guys. It's hard sometimes, you can do it. Find something that you love about this day, even when it's hard. Today, I loved going on that walk. And remember, you are not alone. Bye, guys. Oh, that was so weird. What? We have a timer on that. That's funny. We have a timer on that lamp. That is really freaky. I just don't want you to feel alone in your craziness either. So remember, you are not alone. Bye, guys. I forgot how I used to say at the end of my videos, find something you love about this day. I love that. I'd love to hear what you love about this day, or how you are going to live an incredible life anyway, or where you are on that journey. And let me reassure you, it is 100% a journey. You don't wake up one day and just go, oh, I have an incredible life. I have really horrible suffering, but I'm also going to have an incredible life. It just doesn't work like that, because I think that positivity is a muscle that we have to develop, and we have to strengthen it. Just like any muscle in our body, we have to do exercises, and we have to practice being positive, and then we have to keep doing it and keep repeating it. I didn't just wake up one day and was like this. I wasn't always positive. This has come from years of dealing with suffering from chronic health issues and learning that this is the way to live. This is the way to have an incredible life with the chronic health issues, with the hard circumstances. And like I said in the video, it can translate to any challenging circumstance. It's a universal thing, and it's not just applicable for people with chronic health issues. I think it's applicable across the board. Consider what next step you want to take to find your own incredible anyway. I am just so thankful to be sitting here today when I've been wanting to sit in front of this camera for months and really haven't been capable of doing it. Life is hard, and it's good. You know, the song that I close out these videos to says, I'm just having a good time having a bad day. And that's true. And sometimes I'm having a bad time having a bad day. Let's be frank there. You know, I think that that's really important about having this perspective, is not denying that, not denying the reality that there is hard times, but it's not staying there and living there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Kelly, and remember, you are not alone. Love you guys. I'm just having a good time.